Hello everyone and members to the press, my name is Sergeant Nino from the Los Santos Police Department. Today I will be demonstrating to you how to use the Axon Signal plugin that I have developed myself, and along with that, the latest update that I will be releasing here shortly, probably in a few hours or in a day. So this plugin is basically a body cam plugin that triggers when you unholster your weapon or turn on your emergency lights. And as of the latest update, which I said I'll be releasing here shortly, it now features an overlay and Rockstar editor integration. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut the fuck up. Honestly, shut the fuck up. Anyways, I will go ahead and demonstrate to you those features now. So for starters, if I want to turn on my body cam manually, the old-fashioned way, all I have to do is double press my key binding. This is configurable in your INI. All you have to do is double press your key binding, and it will start recording. And as you can see, the overlay has appeared. This overlay will only appear in first person. It is up to you to configure if the overlay will appear in third person as well or not, but right now I have it configured to only appear in first person. If you want to stop the operation of the body cam, all you have to do is hold down your key binding set of choice and just keep holding it. It'll turn off and the overlay will go away just like that. Other ways the body camera can be activated is through unholstering your weapon or the activation of the emergency lights. First, I'll demonstrate the unholstering of the weapon, and it has been rendered safe and triple checked by me that it is safe. So I'm gonna go ahead and unholster my weapon. And there's a bit of a delay. And as you can see, weapon unholstered, body camera has started recording. Once you holster your weapon back...
Jesus Christ!
Once you holster your weapon back in the belt, as you can see, the body camera will not turn off. This is accurate to how it is in real life, as you must turn off the body cam recording manually. So to do that, same thing, just hold down the key binding for about 3 seconds, and it'll stop. Now I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate the emergency light activation feature, if you will just follow me. As I've said, another way for the body camera to activate is through the activation of your emergency lights. So as you'll notice, let me bring this up here real quick. This is stage 1. This is stage 2. And this is stage 3, which should finally activate the body camera. And I'll go ahead here in first person again to demonstrate the overlay. And as you can see, the overlay pops up and it says emergency lights activated, body camera has started recording. And just the same with either, regardless if you started the body cam manually or it has started by itself, the feature to turn it, or rather the way to turn it off, remains the same. All you have to do is hold down your... Whoops, let me lock my ELS there real quick. Let me hold down the key real quick for about 3 seconds, and it'll turn off just like that. Overlay is gone. I also added a couple things to prevent the plugin from being annoying. One thing is, if you get in the car that already has its emergency lights activated, you'd think that the body camera would activate, right? But that is not the case. You would have to cycle through the light stages again just to get it activated. This is to prevent annoyances like turning off your body cam after a traffic stop and then you get in the car with the lights still on and your body cam will turn on again. So you actually have to cycle through the lights again just for the body cam recording to activate again. So let me go ahead and turn it off real quick. Whoops, an ELS. Let me go ahead and turn it off. And there you have it. Another thing to note, keep in mind that the timestamp you see at the top right, that fancy font at the top right, requires you to... Oh god, it's fucking... Let me walk away from that copyright strike real quick. That font you see in the timestamp requires you to install a font. It will be packaged along with my plugin in the next update. Or rather, in this update that, by the time you see this video, should have been uploaded and approved by LSPDFR staff. However, if you don't have the font installed, it's not the end of the world. The plugin will simply fall back to a more boring system installed font that everyone and their mother has on their computer. But like I said, the font will come with the plugin, and I highly recommend you install it. And then, oh, for f***'s sake, Backstreet Boys. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate to you Rockstar editor integration that some of you have requested, so I'll be right back. Alright, I've gone ahead and enabled Rockstar editor integration. By default, it is turned off because of the limitations I'm about to expound on here in a second. Number one thing to keep in mind that Rockstar editor has its own limits. I cannot circumvent them as far as I know. Biggest limitation number one is the recording time. So recording time is limited by, or your recording time rather, is dependent on the number of entities around you. So if you're in a shootout with like 20 to 30 people and there's like 20 add-on cars exploding in the background, you will not have a lot of recording time. Another limitation is, assuming you do run out of recording time, Rockstar editor, as some of you will know, will continue recording, but it will be separated as a second clip. If you try to fuse those together in the editor, it may not be as smooth as you think. So do keep that in mind. Rockstar editor is not as amazing as some people might think. Third limitation, Rockstar editor is restricted in some areas like Fort Zancudo. So if you try to go to Fort Zancudo and start recording, actually, okay, let's just go over there right now and I'll show you here in a second. So I'm right outside Fort Zancudo. I'm not inside yet, but I am within the vicinity. If I try to start recording through Rockstar editor, I mean, it'll still record, but you're not gonna be able to do a lot with that recording. But yeah, do keep in mind that recording in some areas is restricted due to some of Rockstar's limitations. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the police station. Alright, so Rockstar editor integration, it's really simple. It's nothing fancy. If you go ahead and turn on the body camera, as you can see, Rockstar editor has started recording. And same thing if I turn it off, the camera will stop recording. Or sorry, the Rockstar editor will stop recording. And it's the same if you unholster your weapon. So if I unholster the weapon, it will still start recording, and Rockstar editor will also start recording. And this goes the same for emergency lights. Rockstar editor will also start recording. Turning it off, it'll stop the sound from beeping, the reminder tones, and it will also stop Rockstar editor from recording. So that's all I have for you. I hope this sufficiently demonstrated the use of the Axon body plugin. If you have any questions or any hopefully reasonable suggestions or questions, let me know in the comments below or in the comments of my file. And that's gonna do it. My name is Nighthawk, and hopefully I will see you in a next video. Peace out.